Hey everybody, welcome to the Monkey Barrel Comedy Chat Show. That's how we start this show, right into it. If you've never seen the show before, it's coming live from Monkey Barrel Comedy in Edinburgh. We have some of the best comedians on the comedy circuit visiting us, and this week we have a wonderful guest. It's a wonderful Phil Ellis.
Hello, great to be here, guys.
That was the most low-key one we've had.
But I like the cheering off camera, like old 80s like kids TV, where he just if Philip Schofield, when we liked him, did something funny, and you just hear someone behind the camera going. It's just brilliant, really good TV.
Yeah, but you've missed the part where he screams at them, "I'll fire you if you don't applaud the thing I planned to do." Well, that's one for. Hey, listen, some of these clips
or date them.
We edit some of the. Might be our first edit out of the videos ever. No.
Welcome back.
Well, hey, listen, some of these clips get taken and put on Instagram, and so let's give our wonderful editor lots of trouble. I'm going to introduce you again, and we'll have the sound effect of a sitcom put in. Oh, this might not happen. Here we go. It's Phil Ellis, everybody. Calm down.
Oh, yeah,
calm down.
come on.
That was a lot of hooping and hollering there.
Yeah, I know, I like
or
thanks, guys.
it was nothing. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So, Phil, what kind of comedian would you describe yourself to people? If people wanted that like little shorthand of what you do.
Yeah, weak. Weak, but he tries hard. There's nothing worse, is there, than watching a comic try hard?
Yeah. The worst comment I ever had left on YouTube was a video of me, and someone just typed in underneath, that George Fox guy, he really tries. And that was it. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it all the time.
I remember the first quote I ever got was from like the Wakefield Gazette or something. And honestly, this is what I would send off to promoters. It just said affable. He's all right. Fair. It's all right to be in a queue with. Chat to him in a long queue for a bit.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get affable. It's like an unknown quantity affable. So to get that so early, that's clearly where things have gone great for you.
Not many affable comics left.
So for people at home, I'll give them some of your stuff that you've done. So Phil is an award-winning comedian, and you started with your show in, was it 2014 was your first Fringe?
It was the first one of note. I did one in 2013.
I see how you work. You do stuff, and if it doesn't go well, you go, that's not canon.
Yeah,
that's
like
not lore.
Tarantino doesn't talk about Death Proof. I did a show in 2013 called Unplanned Orphan. So I pretended that for the hour that I'd found out I was adopted at the age of 30.
Okay.
So, but all the press was pushed towards it being that show, and then they turned up and it was just an idiot who couldn't do an hour. And it even came to the point that another show interrupted my show at the end, the Bear Show, because I got the times wrong.
Are you suggesting to me that comedy reviewers don't like silly fun? They
didn't like you, I'll tell you that.
Well, in 2014, you did Funs and Games. So it was your second ever Fringe, and that was the one that you were nominated for the award for.
We did. Well, we weren't allowed to be nominated because at the time it was just comedy, the award. So on the day, it's quite funny on the day actually, because it was a weird show. I thought it was going to be a failure. So my agent left me and it was just a big mess. But then it did really well. So it's a kids show. Basically, it was inappropriate for kids, but I put it in the kids brochure section. So kids came. And
you just break all the rules.
I just can't be fenced in. Stop giving me boundaries. So it was fun, but the kids liked it because they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
They just liked the
chaotic
games.
energy.
Yeah. And so we got away with it. But then they couldn't nominate it because it was in the kids section.
Okay.
So they gave us the panel prize, which the year afterwards I think was won by a shed that talked about Baghdad.
It's quite a difference.
To be honest, I was proud of it for about a year, that award.
Yeah.
And,
I like the idea of people seeing that poster and noticing the award and going, "Oh, that's Fun and Games last year won that." It'll be the same vibe.
Yeah.
Very
Might go check out that shed. I think admin won one year. Everyone won it.
That's right.
Yeah, just put the money behind the bar.
I think we both won. I think it was 2008 or 9 or 10 or something.
So we're both panel prize winners.
We're both panel prize winners. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. It was the year that the Olympics were on, and I think for the first time there'd been like a 20% drop in attendance.
Yeah.
So they were just like, at the end, everybody gets the award. Nobody mentions it. Okay. I mean, I say nobody mentions it. I think it might actually be on my poster under there somewhere. Might just be, Spirit of the Fringe Award.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Mention it. Why not? Why wouldn't you? All right.
That is brilliant.
I mean, you have to put it when everyone has it. I feel like you have to put it on. That was a wild year for that, though, for sure. So, one of the things that we try to do with our guests to try and get them very comfortable is to immediately make them uncomfortable by showing you something from your Instagram. We've picked a random picture from your Instagram that you're going to have to explain. So this goes out as audio as well. So for people that are listening on Spotify or wherever you get podcasts, how would you describe what we're seeing right now, Phil? I'll leave it to you to describe it.
It's I don't remember this day very well. It's me and Johnny Vegas on stage at the Frog and Bucket, both drinking. Johnny's got a soft toy hanging out of his trousers through the flies, and I've also got a soft toy, which I believe is a giraffe poking out my flies.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I didn't know what that was for a long time. I thought you were holding two glasses.
Yeah,
slowly decanting them one into the other.
I can't remember what that gig was. It might basically there was someone who brought soft toys along, so we decided to shove them down our pants. I think it was an ill-judged double act attempt. You know, when two drunk people go, "Hey, let's just go on and see what happens."
It does have the name down the bottom, the ill-advised new double act toast and marmalade.
Oh yeah, I think it was basically. We went, let's just go on and make it up, and it was one of them.
And it was the 25th birthday for Frog and Bucket, so I'm sure they were like,
"That's right." They were more than happy with
anything.
Really sums up 25 years of
was there anything else from that night that you kind of remember?
There's a lot of things I'm glad I can't remember.
Oh, good.
But that was the start of it.
This is the first photo we've looked at where someone's like, I don't even know what that is.
I know I've got a giraffe in my pants. That's all I can tell you.
Wonderful. Well, we've got that giraffe right here tonight.
Oh no, I'm not allowed within 20 feet.
Yeah, this is your moment now. This is your cancellation.
Well, technically, I wonder if it works with a giraffe. Like, if it's I don't know, I can't be asked with that joke. But the joke being, he's got a long neck. If you're 20 feet away from its brain. It didn't work. Let's just move on.
Takes longer to get. I got it.
I know. I thought if I had more time to really workshop this, but I'm sorry for breaking the flow of the podcast.
This is a real-time podcast. We'll just take 10 minutes. If you want to go into the next room and just write down notes and then come back in, I'm like, can I Google giraffes for a minute?
What is a giraffe? What family does it belong to?
What is a giraffe?
What the Right in.
Finally.
Is that my camera? Right in.
What would you say a giraffe is closer to? Like it's just a weird horse?
I think I'd say it's just I think it's a cocky horse. It thinks it's better than everyone else, doesn't it? He thinks it's so long.
The way it eats as well with that jaw.
Have you seen the fights when they have a fight?
Oh yes, where they thrash
with their
necks against each other is insane.
I imagine that's how posh people fight. Just thwack their necks together.
Maybe we can find
in
a photo.
Courtyard.
Do you think if we look, we'll find a photo of two giraffes fighting, but holding tiny plush toys of you and Johnny Vegas?
Pop it out. Oh, it'd be horrible if your penis looked like me. It'd be horrible, wouldn't it?
That's a quote. That's a full quote.
It would be horrible.
If
your penis looked like me. You'd never leave the house.
So you were nominated for your Edinburgh show last year, which was here at Monkey Barrel, which was very successful.
Yeah, it was great fun last year.
Did that feel nice to have it? Obviously, it wasn't a full 10 years, but it was nice to get that panel award and then obviously get your second panel award a few years later and share with everyone. Very nice of you to share. And then to get this, to feel...
It was nice, yeah, because you kind of think sometimes... I was always like, why do I keep going back? I keep going back and try really hard, like a really good boy, and I'm trying very hard to do something different, and I'm doing my best every day, and no one even gives me the time. It was a surprise because basically I just thought I did a show last year, the year before, sorry, which was like really hard work, but I enjoyed it. It got good eventually, but it was such a slog, and because I was trying to do so, I thought it was funny at 42. I kept looking at other comedians my age, and all they do is talk about. Not all of them, sorry, but a lot talk about the families, having kids.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I don't have a family or kids. So I
Yeah.
thought, I'll just make one up. So I just did
You
an
just
hour
did that?
about having 2 kids. And then at the end, it was all about basically the message being that if I didn't have those children, what would I have? I'd have nothing, because it's such a lonely career, and without that, and it's very unforgiving. Sometimes you put more into, and then at the end, I did another couple of twists. So I went, oh, that's a nice twist. And then they went, oh, I haven't got kids. And they all go, oh my God, what's wrong with him? And it was like, so it was fun, but it took ages to get right. So this year I just thought, let's just have fun, have a very silly show. So it was nice that people picked up on it and just went, oh, it's someone having fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Apparently one comedian said, he said, oh, Phil's show's really good this year. He's just having fun. And they went, oh, really? Well, maybe I should just have fun next year. And they went, yeah, maybe you should. We don't care about your alcoholism.
Yeah, maybe we'll enjoy ourselves.
Phil's dressed as a cat with a band. Stop crying. We didn't know your mum. We don't care.
Oh my God, that'd be the toughest cred ever. Someone said, sorry, man, I don't know your mother. I don't relate to this at all. Yeah. I do like that you kept the consistent of first show pranking people that you were adopted all the way up to children that don't exist.
It's pathetic.
You got a streak. You got a streak in you for that particular type of behavior. So we wanted to surprise you with a piece of how much we could deep dive. So we have a piece of information here about.
I wasn't warned about any of this.
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
like most podcasts you go on to, it's like, where do you get your ideas?
I just want to talk about masturbating and my mum catching me. Oh,
do your kids exist? We like to go extra weird, throw things out there. So we found out one of your first recorded work on TV was a show called Phil's Third, and it was a short mockumentary series for Digital Channel Dave. Now, is that true?
Well,
because if it's not, Ewan's in big trouble.
Well, it's not Phil's Third, it's Phil's Ill.
Phil's Ill? It's Phil's Ill. There we go. I thought it was a 3 lines, but it's Phil's Ill.
The arrogance, he's come in with it. The third in the series. His first show is a sequel.
You go into pitch it. First thing I want is a 4th series, all right? Need a guaranteed 4th
George
series.
Lucas. It was called Phil's. I just sort of helped my friend write it really for Dave. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. Why you've not got it, have you?
No, we're not going to play it. We didn't go that far. We didn't go that far. Okay. So another thing that we get in the show, we like it to be an interactive show. So if you're watching or listening, remember, of course, you can send your questions into us, and we have 3 questions from Instagram to ask you right now. So the first one is Coben asked, comparing your first and latest shows, what has changed most in your performing style?
I've got a lot more forehead to work with. So years ago, I was losing like 2 inches of comedy. 2 inches of comedy. Hidden by hair. And it's so freeing now. Look, I mean, I can do loads with it. I don't know if you can see. It's a bit subtle, but I can say more with that than I could say with words.
It's a better sound.
I think... So the first show, I played it so straight that like we'd have a fire alarm going off and people would make everyone evacuate and the staff would come in. So we'd have to do it in the courtyard for a bit. And then, and everything was played so straight that people didn't quite, like we used to have so many walkouts, which was fun. I thought it was really funny at the time. So I'd have a chart behind me, that was a tally chart, no one knew what it was. And then when someone would walk out, I'd just go, oh, God, and just put like another dash on it. And then you'd realise it. And like with that one, I paid someone to dress as a bear every day and fly her a show called The Bear Show.
Okay, does that show exist?
Well, no, it did, but I thought but the Bear Show interrupts my show at the end.
Okay,
so they come in. I'm trying to do this stuff about meeting my real dad for the first time. It's a video, but it's just me sat outside a cafe. I'll go, all right, he was late, but I don't know how to edit, so I think he comes in about 5 minutes. Then the Bear Show would come in, and then interrupt and do a rap. And but because I'd paid someone to fly her for an hour before the show, everyone went, "Oh, I've seen the Bear Show. That is a real." So everyone just thought it was all real. So some of the reviews, one of my favourite reviews, first ever one was 1 star.
Yeah,
and it just said, "Paul Ellis's show is a series of errors." And I put it on the poster,
That's
and then
great.
I put all the 1 stars on. So the difference is that the second show I went, oh, maybe I should let people know it's a joke.
Yeah.
So I started winking a bit more at the audience, and now I just go, they must know by now it's a joke.
I liked they did the show after yours. Still had people coming in like, "Are we late for the Bear show?"
Yeah.
This is when it's supposed to be on.
When's the Bear?
There's one person out there who's furious about the Bear show, and you've never met them, and they have no idea it wasn't real.
Someone showed Mick Ferry one of the flyers they found. They went, "You seen the state of this? The Bear show." They put a 3-star review on the flyer, and he went, "It's not a real show, it's Phil's show." But the quote was really funny because they were going, "Oh, I'm going to get angry at the quote." Because the quote was, "Almost the best hour of bear-themed hip-hop comedy I've seen this year."
There's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
We've another question from Jamie who asked, how many coats and jackets has Phil owned in the last 10 years? There's been a lot of questions coming in about jackets.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was wondering
really
if
have
anyone asked questions. I'm glad someone has. Nothing sadder than going, we have to make up some questions because no one's bothered. No one gives a fuck
No, these are real people.
So at the moment, so I've got one leather jacket. It's pathetic, isn't it? Right. This is an accident. So I basically, when it came out, I went, I like the jackets on Life on Mars.
Yeah.
So then I went and bought one, and it spiraled out of control to the point that I now don't feel comfortable in any other jacket. So I went to buy a new type of jacket. Yeah. I've got my brown leather one that I wear on stage is in the monkey barrel hung up.
Okay.
Ready for tonight.
Ready for tonight's show.
Ready to go. And this one, I don't know if I should stand up and show that it's slightly different. I like to talk to people through it. Do you think it'll work? So this one's longer.
Let's say step into the middle here.
Oh, yeah. I'll step into the middle. What am I doing? Oh, no, I've broken something. It's fine. It's just an air freshener.
It's
anyway, so this is 3/4. Like, you can't wear this on stage. It's not funny.
We really went full QVC there, didn't we?
Buy me. Quick. There's only one left.
Just a little graphic that says "man's outside coat."
Yeah.
Not for stage work.
Yeah, coat sold separately. So at the minute, I own 3 brown leather jackets. But I went in to buy a different type of jacket, and then I tried on loads and looked stupid, so I just bought another brown leather jacket.
Yeah, look, if you found your style and what works for you, why mix it up? You know?
Have you ever tried changing your style like drastically?
Yeah, I grew a beard for the first time during like lockdown.
Oh, really? Were you not beard?
It went down here. Like I had like a little short beard, but like I properly grew.
Oh, really?
And I was like, "This is fun," and everyone else was like, "Shave that goddamn beard."
Yeah.
You look like you live in the mountains. Yeah. But I was like, "Whoa!" I'd look in the mirror like, "Who's this guy with a long beard? He's never had a long beard before." You get excited about it, and then you see other people's reactions, and you go, "How dare you?"
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean.
So now it's still long. It's all tucked up under here. I get home after the gig, I snip, and it just comes down. No one knows.
Your shirt.
My inside beard.
I think it's good. I think when you got a long beard, you can accessorise more. Like you can hold a stick, and no one would wonder why.
Yeah, you can put mints up there. I'm sure all sorts of things. Yeah, mints.
Oh, mints.
Mints, not mints.
Of course. Lovely raw mints.
Is that raw mints in your? Yeah.
What do you think of his new look? It's a bit mincy, but very mince heavy.
So we have a third question from Baldy, who asks, "How close are you to your onstage persona?"
Oh God, that's quite a good question. Isn't it?
It is.
Too close.
I know, it's one of those questions I was about to say you don't want to answer.
Yeah, it's weird, really. I mean, it's all basically true, except I used to live in a house share. I don't live in a house share anymore. But I was living in a house share at like 39 years old.
Yeah,
so
but you've got the truth of that bit.
Yeah.
I don't feel like... So, it's always funny when someone's like, that bit's technically not true anymore. Yeah, but at that time, you felt it and there was a truth to it.
I think it sums me up. So like sometimes I like to open a set by just saying these 3 facts, like living in a house share, because it just sums me up. And people go, "Oh, we get him."
Yeah, you get it very quick.
Straight within 30 seconds, you go, "Oh, this guy's made some terrible life choices."
If you started the show by coming out and saying, "I just want to show you the difference between these 2 leather jackets," we get it, right? You'd be like, "I get this 100%."
So, guys, my Edinburgh journey started in 2013. So yeah, not too far off from it, really.
That's good. That's good.
I'm probably a little bit more self-aware than...
Yeah, probably as close as you can be to it without it interfering with living in a society.
Yeah. Without just living in the park.
So one of the things we also do is we have comedians send in a little clip. So previous guests will have gotten questions from previous guests.
Oh, right.
We'll leave questions for the person next week. So we got our guest last week was wonderful Josh Weller. Josh has sent us in a video And Josh has also gone the extra mile to answer the questions as well. So,
Oh, wow.
here we go.
Well done,
Let's
Josh.
check this out.
Hi Phil, it's Josh Weller here. I've got 3 questions for you for the Monkey Barrel podcast. Question number 1, if you were president or prime minister or just like the ruler, if you were the ruler, what little laws would you put in place to make the world, in your opinion, a better place? So for me, I would have like a smelly carriage on the tube or something. So if people stink when they get on an aeroplane or whatever, you give them a little, and then you go, yes, that carriage.
Oh, I thought it just a
Question
carriage
number
that
2,
smelled.
what band do you, or musician, do you love but you're ashamed that you love them? And I know a lot of people say, oh, you should never be embarrassed about it. But for example, I love Counting Crows. And that's just never gone down well with anyone ever.
Oh, rightfully so, Josh.
And finally, this is kind of an obvious one. Everyone will know this basic question. But when Commander Riker beamed off the USS Potemkin and got caught in the buffer stream, and they separated the stream out, and there was one Riker that appeared on the Enterprise and one that remained on the Potemkin, and they didn't know that the other one existed for about 10 years. Does that mean that when Janeway killed Tuvix in order to separate Tuvok and Neelix later on the Voyager, that she essentially committed murder? Because surely on the database or the crew manifest it would have held the information about how to separate 2 characters in a buffer stream. As we all know, Janeway was stranded in the Delta Quadrant and needed as many crew members as possible, so maybe to get 2 back and kill 1 was justified. Obviously that's why she had the Marquis crew, Chakotay, etc. But is she a murderer?
There we go. Is she a murderer? Okay.
Wow. Weirdly, I'm a Star Trek fan.
Very good. Well,
But I have no idea what the I don't know. I'm not as big a fan as I thought I was.
last week Josh got asked a question about what series would you like to see a new version of, or like what side character would you like to see have their own series? And Josh answered 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager. Yeah. We went on a whole deep dive there.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, that was a lot of Star Trek. Well, not enough for Josh.
No.
Josh is back this week. So question number 1.
9's back in Picard.
Yes, so that's what Josh was saying. He would like to see a further show with her continuing
I
on.
couldn't get into Picard. To me, I was just like, if I watch Picard walk around in Wine Grove any longer, I'm so bored. Fat Data keeps turning up. And it's like, he's not, we can't make him look like he used to. Just leave it, all right? Leave it. He's a robot. Makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Of course he's older, he's a bit more portly. Mm-hmm. Let him die.
Let him die. Okay,
Have you
all
got
right.
his character back in Independence Day? Sorry.
I know, the guy won't die.
I don't understand it. Right, sorry.
Right, so question number 1. If you were the ruler, what little laws would you put in place to make yourself happy?
There'll be no little laws under my rule. I'll ruin this. I'll ruin this country under an iron fist. I've just been on a holiday to Berlin.
Yeah.
And I'll come back with a lot of ideas.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. So, question number 2. What band or
I
musician?
thought on the Monkey Battle podcast would be the thing that ruins me. I was going for it's just a nice little chat, Phil. What's your favourite film? Triumph of the Will. Next question. Sorry, I'm joking.
My favorite movies. I love Indiana Jones, except when he wins. I hate that. Okay.
Where's their spin-off? Sorry.
Question number 2. What band or musician do you love that you are a bit ashamed of?
Do you know? I know exactly what it is. I was thinking, I can't. I know what it is.
Okay.
Keen.
Keen?
Yeah.
Somewhere only they know?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't love. They're not like my favourite. I don't dance around. But like, I went to the V Fest one year when. Sorry, guys, I'm on a show off. But it was like this stage where it was all the K's. Remember all the K's came out one year? So it was, and I'd never seen. It was the first time I'd ever seen the bands. The albums weren't out yet. It was Kasabian, The Killers, Kaiser Chiefs.
Yeah.
Keen.
I've never thought of that until right now.
Yeah, it was just all day on this stage. I was like going, these guys are great. I love them. Oh my God, The Killers. Who's this guy? Oh my God. And then I went, Keen. Yeah, just a piano. piano and a little Cupid dancing around.
Yeah, he was a little Cupid guy.
Yeah, I just can't stop drinking port. The most upper middle class alcoholic.
He did have the most cherubic face.
He did.
That singer.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah, beautiful boy.
Beautiful boy.
Who did the music for that, and then also would do the music for the Snowman and the Snow Dog, which would come out many years
Really?
later. Yeah, he apparently did all the music for that.
Oh right, I didn't really like the song in that, if I'm honest.
No, I didn't either.
And I didn't like the fact the dog came back.
I hate the dog.
Yeah.
I hate the Snow Dog. Anytime someone talks to me about the Snowman, they talk about the Snowman and the Snow Dog. It makes me sick.
Yeah, I don't like the way they tried to make that the new Snowman.
Yeah, you've got the Snowman. Don't get greedy.
We've got. Do you always liked about the Snowman as well? I always thought, like, at the end when he comes out and he's melted.
Yeah.
I always think, like, well, he's all still there, isn't he? So he's probably still alive. He's just like, kill me.
You think he lives?
I don't want to live like this.
He lives up the hat. It's a face.
Yeah. Kill me. And the little boy should, like, pour a kettle on him.
Never forget
Thank you.
that little boy, David Bowie.
Oh, yeah. That's weird, isn't it?
It was very weird because they added that later. So the Snowman came out, and then later on they went, let's do an intro. People aren't getting this. Put David Bowie in.
Yeah.
And he opens it up and goes, I can't believe it until I got this gun from a very special friend of mine. And then off we go. It's so weird.
It is weird. I almost can believe David Bowie was mates with the Snowman.
Yeah. It explains a lot, really, when you think about it.
It's a weird.
And our third and final question was the question that Josh provided, which was about Star Trek. So in the series,
Janeway,
there's a point where there's a mistake with the transporter thing is split, and so there's two Rikers, but one of the Rikers is stuck on a planet, and they don't know he's there for 10 years. And you think in that episode the whole time, oh, they're going to kill off the other Riker, right?
Yeah.
And then they just don't. They just both exist, and they're both still alive in canon in Star Trek.
It's like the Sixth Day with Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
just let him go and
They're
live
just
on
like,
the...
go right ahead.
Yeah,
And then
go
no
on,
other
take
writer...
the business.
No
Gives
other
him his
writer ever bothered to go back.
Yeah. You're not telling me. Have you seen the Sixth Day where Schwarzenegger's cloned, and then at the end the two clones, and he's like, "Oh, you think he's the real one, but it turns out to be the clone." Don't want to ruin it. Sorry, spoilers. And then him and his wife and kids, like, he goes, "Oh, I helped you. I'm going to go off on my own now." You're not telling me, because in it they're always like trying to have sex, Schwarzenegger and his wife, and they're always getting interrupted. You're not telling me she didn't go, "Listen,
One time.
yeah, all three of us, let's do this." You're not telling me must be a deleted scene.
Yeah.
But sorry, she's a
no,
killer.
that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
And then she walks away and goes, okay,
Do it now.
bro, you and me. I would assume he would just send that clone out. If Schwarzenegger had a clone, he would just send that guy off to like open supermarkets and stuff.
Yeah.
Just open gyms. And you'd know when you have the bad one.
Oh yeah, you got to go take the flak for Junior. Go and say it was your fault.
We've got to get the plane. It's like all the quotes are wrong. I shall return. Okay, so that's all of our questions from Josh Bauer. Josh Bauer, thank you very much for those questions.
Yes, Josh.
Please do follow Josh online.
Thank you, John. First, I let you down as well. I started rewatching TNG as well, but I haven't got to that point. So my apologies.
I recently started rewatching it, and I noticed that in the first few episodes, they have consistently have men wearing skirts, and it's only for the first few episodes, and it just disappears.
Strange, yeah. I've noticed that Riker's just constantly trying to pull aliens.
Yeah.
He just goes to a planet, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm like, just do the mission, Riker. What are you doing?
There's a whole episode where he flirts with a woman in a hologram thing who plays saxophone, and he's trying to act like I'm a very sexy guy, but it's like you've specifically designed this so that she has to find you attractive. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Especially when Picard joins him and he's looking like, whoa, this is a nice lady that you've got here. And it's like, it's a computer. It's a program. He's watching porn right now. In the future.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he's just walking in.
He's walking in and sat down with him. It's very strange. So, thank you for coming in today. We would love to, if you have any things you'd like to plug, anything you're doing in the next while, shout it out to people.
Yes, I'm going on tour from the 22nd. I start in Cambridge with my, I nearly said Oscar nominated.
Just get every award.
Yeah, my Oscar nominated show, Phil Ellis' excellent comedy show. Go to www.phileliscomedy.com to get your tickets and all your Phil Ellis needs. And I'll be at the Monkey Barrel on the 2nd of March.
Yes.
So hopefully see you there, guys.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming in. If you enjoyed this episode, it comes out every Wednesday. It comes out on every platform. There's audio wherever you get podcasts. There's video on YouTube. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Do all the things that help us share this. It's a brand new show. We want more people to find out about it. Definitely tune in next week. Please also send us in your questions. We want them. If you have not been to Monkey Barrel Comedy, there's shows there every day. Come join us. Come visit us in Edinburgh. We'd love to have you here. And if you'd like to see more of me, I host Monkey Barrel Comedy Show at 5 p.m. every Saturday. I also live stream on Twitch every Sunday to Thursday, 10:30 p.m. till late. Pop in and say hello. I'd love to say hello to you back. So from myself, from Ewan, from Phil Ellis, from the Monkey Barrel Comedy Chat Show, we'd like to say a big goodbye.
See ya.
Professional.